Yes.
Come on.
So let's go to Genesis chapter 1. It says, in the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth. Now the word here, God, that we see in its Hebrew form is translated Elohim. And Elohim, what we see about Elohim is a creator.
Right.
He is a creative God.
Right.
So God revealed himself as God the creator, Elohim.
All right.
Now the thing about Elohim is he is creative. So that's the problem with denominations,
Come on.
the problem with certain doctrines, the problem with having a dress code for the people
Right.
is because you cannot lock God in a box.
That's right.
God is a creative God. And so you cannot have certain set of circumstances that are only going to fit God. Because God will change a corner on you because he is Elohim.
Yes,
He is the creative God. And he has the ability to decide what he wants to do. See, even though I understand prosperity, and I like to preach a prosperity message, even though I understand that, I understand God has he has the right to take me in other ways, in other paths, because he is the creative God. And even though prosperity is the end, he may take me through some stuff to get me there. He may take me through some back roads, some trying times. Sometimes my bank account may not look like what I'm proclaiming, but he is Elohim, the creator. So he has the right to create what he wants to get the end that he desires. See, I didn't know I was going to be a preacher. But he took me through another set of circumstances. And I found myself trying things that I said I would never try. But he created those set of circumstances that get me to understand that he was God and God alone. And I finally decided to say, God, whatever you want out of my life, you can have it. Because he had created such a path and such a plan for me that I had to understand that he is Elohim, the creative God.
Say it.
And we don't have to go there for time, but I want you to think about Psalms chapter 8. And the first part of that verse says, O Lord, how excellent is thy name in all the earth.
Yes, sir.
But what I'm going to focus on is verse 4. Verse 4, we begin to understand who is speaking. The angels were speaking.
Yes.
And they showed up and they said, what is man that thou art so mindful of him?
Right.
And the son of man that thou visitest him?
Yes.
Because thou hast made him a little lower than the angels.
Right.
Crowned him with glory and honor. And it goes on and on. But as I looked up that word angels, it's translated Elohim. So it looks like the best way to say it is we've been made a little lower than Elohim.
Come on now.
We've been made a little lower than the creative one himself.
Yes.
And he made us in his image.
Yes.
And so the reason why Satan does not like you is because you have creative power in you. Because Elohim made you in his likeness. And so he's caused you to be able to create things.
Yes.
And how we do it, we see it in verse 3 of Genesis chapter 1. It says, and God said. So in our mouth is our creative power. It's creative force in our mouth. Because we were made just a little lower than the Elohim. So what the devil does, Satan is not a creator, Satan is a perverter. So he sends us perverted thoughts to change what we speak. Because life and death is in the power of the tongue. And if I don't watch it, I will create something that God has never ordained for me. Because I'm a part of Elohim. So we have to use our mouth to be what we are. We are creative forces. And we are created because that was our daddy is a creator. So we've got to create. Satan can't create nothing. That's why he tries to throw all kinds of stuff around you to get you to remove what you need to say. So God reveals himself as Elohim, the creator. Let's go to Genesis chapter 14. That's why we have to know him by name. Because his name reveals not only his character, but what God has placed in us. See, when Adam messed up, we forgot who we really were. But there's stuff yet in you. I don't care how much sin you've been in, there's stuff that God put in you. And when Jesus died on the cross, it will resurrect that stuff that's in you. Paul said to Timothy, he said, you've got to stir up the gift that is already in you. That was put in you through the laying on of hands. I found out that preaching was already in me. Even though I was trying to dance and go to the parties, there was something in me. But it had to be stirred up.